Hey, how you doing? My name's Ryan, and today I'm going head-to-head with the LEGO Brit to guess the values of Star Wars and Marvel minifigures. Some will be really expensive, some just might surprise you with how cheap they are. So, LEGO Brit, welcome back.
Thank you very much, Ryan. I'm really looking forward to doing this with you.
Alright, so do you know about the game show The Price is Right?
I have never heard of it.
Okay, so the rules of the game show is I feature an object, or in this case a minifigure, and you're trying to guess the value of that figure based on BrickEconomy.com without going over the price.
And what happens if I go over?
You lose.
Oh, okay.
I think I'll go first and you go second. We'll switch off back and forth of who puts the figure out. So it's time to play What's That Price? Minifigure Edition. Up first is the Marvel category. Figure number 1 is Doctor Strange from 2018. Any guesses on price so far?
I mean, I like the cape. I feel like it's probably gone up in value because Doctor Strange, I think, has appeared in other Marvel properties since 2018. So I'm thinking it's going to be over $20 so far. I can't see it being any less.
All right. Before you lock in that answer, let me give you 2 hints, all right?
Okay.
So hint number 1 is that this is the second iteration of the Doctor Strange figure. And hint number 2, the original set retailed for over $100. Do you want to revise your guess?
Okay, so $20 was the initial sort of, I don't think it'd be, less than that. I think it's going to be more than that. I don't think it's going to be like $50. I don't think it's going to be worth that much. But obviously, for those of you watching, I have no clue about Marvel minifigures and definitely no clue about prices. So I'm just, having a stab at it. I'm going to go with $35 as my rough guess for this one.
All right, well, the final price as of recording for this minifigure is $29.26.
Oh, man, you threw me off. You deliberately threw me off. I could have stuck with $20 and I think that was sabotage. Guys in the comments, I think it's sabotage.
So you have gone over, which means you get no points for this round. Now, how about your first Star Wars figure? I'm curious, because I know, the same way you know nothing about Marvel figures, I know nothing about Star Wars pricing. So let's see how close I can get.
So my first minifigure is a Star Wars character called TC-14. He appeared in Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, and I'm not going to give any clues unless, after you've given your initial guess.
Now, if I remember, I think that one came out with the larger Republic, like the opening gunship that explodes in Phantom Menace. I think that was the only set it came out in. Or else it could have been a poly bag. Okay, I'm going to guess initially. It's also shiny. People love shiny things. I'm gonna guess 14 pounds is my first guess.
Okay, I am going to give you a hint. It was a May the 4th promotional poly bag. Does that change your answer at all?
It does, because if it was, let's see, May the 4th, the past couple of years I know it wasn't that. Those things can go up in value really quickly, but not as much as sets go up in value. Like the Luke's lightsaber behind you, I know has gone up tremendously in value.
Yeah.
And that was a gift. That was a gift with purchase May the 4th. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna revise. I'm gonna go up, but not by so much. I'm gonna go 20 pounds. That's my final guess.
Well, you were way off. So I'm going to give you 2 values. Because this one was a poly bag, I'm going to give you the value for the sealed poly bag and the minifigure in general. What's weird about this is that the sealed poly bag costs less than the minifigure itself, which is weird, but that's what Brick Economy says at the moment. Now, the value for the sealed poly bag, as of recording the video, is £98.
98
and
pounds?
The minifigure, according to this, says £104.
God. Okay, so I wasn't over.
No, well, I'm not sure you deserve a point, I'm going to be honest.
I won't take one. I won't take the point.
Okay.
But to be fair, I did specify earlier we're playing Price is Right rules, and you did go over. So, figure number 2 from the Marvel side.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to win here, guys.
SpiderMan. Any guesses?
It looks plain. LEGO's done Spider-Man so many times. I can't see anything that's really exciting about this character. Now, if it's an exclusive minifigure and everyone's going to go crazy in the comments, sorry Marvel fans if I get this really wrong, but I want to go like $7.
Okay. I'll give you 2 hints.
Okay.
This is actually Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Hint number 2. This was not a retail figure.
Okay, that changes my answer. Because first
Okay.
of all, I know that Marvel fans will want to sort of go out and get the different Spider-Mans. Second of all, because it's not a retail figure, that changes it as well. Because it's, you know, if it's rare, generally people just like completionist collectors like yourself when it comes to Marvel want to get stuff no matter how absurdly priced it is in many cases. I'm not going to go crazy. It's at about $7. I'm going to go to maybe $27.
Okay, $27. Congratulations, you were way off. The value for this figure, according to BrigConomy.com, now granted, this value does not reflect what it goes for on eBay, so let's put that out there.
Okay.
Current value for this figure, according to BrigConomy.com, is $5,500.
You're joking.
This is the Spider-Man San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. There were only 350 that were made. This was around the release of the Amazing Spider-Man 2. But yeah, this is one of the most expensive Marvel figures you could find on the market right now.
I didn't go over, but I'm not sure if... I don't think I deserve a point either. Well, look, it looks so plain. I don't understand. If I were just looking... I mean, it doesn't have arm printing. $5,000 on... I mean, there's going to be some Marvel fans, I'm sure, that watch your channel that would spend that money. And, yep, you included there. I mean, respect to you. I wouldn't, but... Then again, when it comes to Star Wars, if that was an exclusive Stormtrooper, my answer might be very different.
Exactly. There's not even side printing on the legs. The actual blue pattern stops and it's just plain red legs all the way around.
It's mad.
The current value for this figure on eBay, by the way, it goes for about $12,000. Sealed in the Comic-Con blister bag.
What?
This is more expensive than like a Cloud City Boba Fett, by the way. That's
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right. What's your second figure?
My second minifigure is a Star Wars clone trooper. This is a Shadow ARF Trooper minifigure. Pretty certain it came out in 2012, and it's essentially an ARF Trooper from the Clone Wars with an all blacked out design. Pretty cool minifigure.
Okay, I have to confess, I do know of this figure because I'm currently working on another knockoff LEGO minifigure video in which I'm reviewing a bunch of fake versions of exclusive and very rare Star Wars figures. So I do know this one is pretty pricey. I'm gonna guess, first shot out of the gate, I'm gonna guess $150. Sorry, 150 pounds.
Do you want to amend that in any way if I were to tell you that that was another May the 4th polybag? Man, I love those May 4th
Yes,
polybags.
I do. Yes, I do. I want to amend that because knowing that a one-off protocol droid figure can be so expensive, and judging by the rave response to the Republic gunship, Commander Cody, all of the 501st battle packs, I mean, your audience loves clone trooper figures.
It's true.
I'm gonna guess 250 pounds.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the two values again for the sealed polybag and the open minifigure. The value for the sealed polybag is currently £314, but the value for the minifigure you were much closer to at £277. So
Yes.
that is pretty good. I'm impressed.
That's a point if I ever saw one.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, third figure from the Marvel side, my last figure. Morbius the Living Vampire, released this past year, 2023. Any guesses as to this figure's value in US dollars?
Okay, so obviously it's going to depend where the minifigure was released, first of all. But if it was released in 2023, I can't see it being over $50. It just doesn't happen. If it was, I mean, we're only, as of recording, 6 months into 2023. So, you know, it's got to still be on shelves, unless, of course, it was an exclusive or a giveaway at certain LEGO stores or whatever. In that case, that will change my answer. I think I'd go with $15 for this one.
$15, okay. Here are your two hints. Hint number one, think of the memes that the character Morbius had went through in 2022 around the release of the film Morbius. So, Instagram clout, people love their memes. Second hint. No, seriously, think of the memes this figure could produce. Does that in any way change your answer?
I didn't see any of these, I don't know why. I don't know how I managed to avoid it. You probably did because you're in the Lego Marvel Instagram space. Look, I'm going to go with $25.
$25. All right, locking that in. $25.
Okay. Yeah, let's do
Dollar
this.
value for this figure, $8.94.
Oh, why did you try and throw me off? You threw me off, and I was thinking, oh, it can't have gone up in value, and you're throwing me off trying to make it out to be this crazy exclusive, you know, everyone wants to have one minifigure, and it's $8.
Morbius, the figure, did not have a similar trajectory to She-Hulk, where she did, through Instagram, really gain value, and that I think she's one of the more overpriced figures from Marvel.
Okay, well, I feel really scammed.
What's your third figure then?
My final minifigure is an alien from Solo: A Star Wars Story.
Oh,
This is
don't-
called Dryden's Guard. Now, these were featured in fact, I'm not going to tell you what set they were featured in, but they were featured in a set from Solo: A Star Wars Story, and they are aliens featured in the movie.
Okay, Dryden's Guard. This is the monkey-looking figure with the molded head, but not the one with the 4 arms.
Yes, that's right.
Because the 4-arm figure I actually tried to get because I wanted to customize my Doctor Strange with the multiple arms, and that was pretty pricey. So,
It is.
but Dryden's Guard, the orange figure, black outfit looks pretty plain, but the head's on custom mold. Oh, you know what? Opening guess, I'm gonna go £20.
Would your guess change if I told you that they only appeared in the Lego Star Wars Imperial AT Hauler set? Does that change your answer at all?
It does a little bit because I know the Solo line of sets didn't last as long
That's right.
as production. At least they obviously had them on the shelves, so they weren't selling that well. But then after the market, it could mean that there was a higher demand for those figures. But also, is there a high demand for Solo figures though? You're either overvaluing the figure like I did with Morbius, or you know I would think that you're overvaluing the figure like I did with Morbius, and you're countering that by doing a very expensive figure. You know, I'm gonna keep with my £20 guess.
Well, I'm sorry to say that the value of this character is £8.97.
You picked a figure with all
Yeah,
these-
I did, because I felt really conned by what you just did, so I just needed to get back at you.
Now, here's the question though: would you spend £20 on that if you were at like a toy fair and somebody had it on? If you didn't have the figure, somebody had it on their display for £20. Would you get it?
I mean, I think I'm quite well informed when it comes to Star Wars stuff, but I think if you went with Morbius and there was someone there talking to me in a lot of depth like you did about the Morbius character and trying to con me out of, you know, 20 more pounds, I probably would be like, okay, you know what, this is a cracking deal, here we go, I'm going to post that meme picture on Instagram, it's going to get thousands of views, and I probably would fall for it.
So for everybody who's watching, that's a good lesson to take away from this video. Do your research. If you're going to a toy fair and you have figures in mind, look it up on Brick Economy, look it up on eBay or Brickset or Bricklink or Brick Owl, whatever you use, and try to gauge what you should expect to pay for a figure so you know what's a good deal. Because you don't want to be like TLB and get fleeced with a Morbius figure for $30 when it's only worth $8.
It's pretty easy to fall into those traps. I generally go to eBay and then lowest price and then Bricklink and then lowest price. If you really want to, Brick Economy, but because Brick Economy is literally a measurement of both Bricklink and eBay prices, I find it easier just to look at what I could buy in that moment when I'm standing at a store in a convention and I'm going to go, okay, I could buy it here or could I buy it cheaper online? Sometimes I'm willing to pay the extra couple of pounds just because I can see the quality of the minifigure. I can see that, you know, I can see that it's not cracked and stuff, and I just want to buy it now, a little impulse buy, but don't buy things that are way overpriced.
Yeah, and don't forget shipping either. So if you're at a convention, shipping's free.
Exactly.
Just grab it and take it home with you. But it's a good lesson for everybody. TLB, thank you so much for playing this game. I hope you had a good time in spite of being fleeced with a Morbius figure.
Yeah, so who won? I think it was you.
I think by a whopping margin of 1 point. And by the way, guys, if you enjoyed this video, we have another video on TLB's channel where we're guessing Star Wars and Marvel set value. So check that out when you get a chance.
I might just trick Ryan.
And as always, if you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.